Ramadan Hijrah 1446, corresponding to 10th March 2025 Miladiya. Welcome to the 10th episode of a progression with our program of the virtues of the Noble Quran, an Islamic program brought to you by Wasco TV3, courtesy of Sani Wire. Welcome to the 10th episode. In today's package, our discussion will go on two things. The first part of the program will be on the commandment of maintaining the Quran and the warning against forgetting the Quran, while the second part of the program will be a talk on the merit of reciting the Quran with a pleasant and melodious tone. Starting with the first part of the program, which is a command on maintaining the Quran and warning against forgetting the Quran. Abu Huraira, may Allah be pleased with him, reported that the messenger of Allah, our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, said, تعاهد القرآن فوالذي نفس محمد بيده لهو أشد تفلتا من الإبل في أقلها. تعاهد القرآن. Read the Quran regularly. Read the Quran oftenly. فَوَالَّذِي نَفْسُ مُحَمَّدٌ بِيَدِهِ. By the one whose the soul of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is in his hand, لَهُوَ أَشَدُّ تَفَلُّتًا مِنَ الْإِبْلِ فِي أُقَلِهَا. The Quran escapes from the memory faster than the camel does from its trying rope. The Quran escapes from one's memory faster than the escape of a camel from its tying ropes. In another narration of Abdullah bin Umar, may Allah be pleased with him, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Inna mathala sahib al-Qur'ani," the parable of the person who knows the Quran by heart, the parable of a person who memorizes the Quran, كَمَثَلِ صَاحِبِ الْإِبْلِ الْمُعَكَّلَةِ, is as the parable of the owner of a hobbled camel. In ahad alayha amsakaha. If he remains vigilant, he will return it. If he keeps it hobbled, if he keeps the camel tied, it will return. وَإِنْ أَطْلَقَهَا ذَهَبَتْ. And if he neglects it, it will go away. It will run away. So this hadith clearly has shown to us the necessity and the importance of reading the Quran regularly so that it will not go away, so that the hifz, what you have memorized, will not be run away. Then the second part of the discussion, which is the merit of reciting the Quran in pleasant and melodious tone. Bara bin Azib reported that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Zayyinul Qur'ana bi aswatikum." Zayyinul Qur'ana, beautify the Quran, adore the Quran bi aswatikum, with your voice. In another narration, the Prophet said, "Husnul sawt zinatul Quran." Husnul sawt, a beautiful voice, a pleasant voice, is the adornment, is an adornment of the Quran, is a decoration to the Quran. In the hadith of Abu Huraira, may Allah be pleased with him, he said, I heard the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam saying, "Ma adhina Allahu li shay'in ma adhina li nabiyyin wa huwa yataghanna bil Qur'an yajharu bih." Ma adhina Allahu li shay'in. Allah doesn't listen so attentively to anything as he listens to Quranic recitation by a prophet. وَهُوَ يَتَغَنَّى بِالْقُرْآنِ يَجْهَرُ بِهِ, as he listens to the recitation of Quran by a prophet while he is reading the Quran in a melodious and pleasant tone. Also, the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said to one of his companions, who is Abu Musa al-Ash'ari, the Prophet said to him, "I heard your recitation of the Quran yesterday night." The Prophet is telling him this in the morning. Then he praises him by saying, لَقَدْ أُوتِيتَ مِزْمَارًا من مزامير آل داود. Indeed, لقد أوتيت مزمارا. You have been granted, you have been given mizmar. Mizmar, it means a sweet, melodious, and pleasant tone. A sweet, melodious, and pleasant voice. من مزامير آل داود, out of the mazamir of Ali Dawood. Then also in another hadith, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Man lam yataganna bil Qur'ani falaysa minna." He who doesn't recite the Quran in pleasant and melodious voice, falaysa minna, he is not among us. So all these hadiths are showing us the necessity and the importance of reciting the Quran in a pleasant and melodious voice. May Allah make us among those that will be striving to see that they recite the Quran in a melodious voice, in their natural voice, in a pleasant voice, without artificializing the voice and transgressing in reciting the Quran. May you subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us the fasting intercession and the Quranic intercession. May Allah ta'ala make us among those that will be forgiven in this prestigious month of Ramadan. May Allah make us among those that will be granted paradise. So we have reached the time. We are pausing the program here. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. See you in the next episode.